Divine Feminine, welcome in. I hope you're all doing really well. So I have a message for you from Spirit, and what's coming through today is that you've got a masculine here who is really quiet. Their energy is quiet, calm. They're contemplative, they're meditative, they're processing things, you guys. They're processing their emotions, they're processing everything about you. It's just a lot. I'm getting a masculine who's kind of feeling like they just need to spend some time alone in quiet contemplation, letting everything about you and the connection and life in general just kind of sink in. Okay, it needs to like sink in. So this is a masculine who needs a little bit of time here. Okay, and you would have been picking up on this intuitively, Divine Feminine. So this is definitely a period of silence. It's a period of solitude for this masculine. And it's a period of alchemy for this masculine, okay? Now this period, it's all in preparation for the next phase that you guys are about to have, okay? So let's dig into this a little bit more, see what else wants to come through. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. So it might be quite quiet between you and your masculine right now, but intuitively, you know it's because they're processing things, okay? They're thinking. Anticipation, okay? So I feel, Divine Feminine, you can anticipate that there will be another phase between you and your masculine, that there is a lot of change occurring within your masculine right now at a soul level. Their vibration is going up. They're healing. Something big is about to happen, you guys, in the near future. Okay, within the next like 3 to 6 weeks, something big is going to occur between you and your masculine. This next phase is going to be really, really positive. Okay, and you can feel it. You can feel it in your heart, in your soul, in your bones, you know. You know what's up with your masculine, okay, because you guys are so connected. I also feel like you've been sort of keeping your distance, Divine Feminine, because you know your masculine needs this time to process things, to get, I don't know, like a clear head, to get clear on things before they move forward, okay? It's almost like they needed to press the reset button on their life, okay? And then I do see your masculine stepping forward and wanting to reconnect, build on your connection, deepen your bond. And their energy is going to be moving from sort of like this rigid, like I'm in control type of energy, and it's going to soften. Okay, it's going to be more open and vulnerable. That's the best way I can describe it. And I also feel like there's something around balance being restored in your connection. Something about power dynamics coming through here. Okay, so in your last phase, the power dynamics were off. Your masculine maybe didn't see you as an equal, or they weren't treating you as an equal. Okay, so something had to occur in order for the power dynamics to shift, okay, so that your masculine could see you in a new light and realize that you are their match, okay, and they respect you, okay, and that they need to act a different way. They can't come in their pride and their ego and operate from that space. It's not right. It's not going to work. Maybe this is a masculine who's used to having control over women or men or their partners, for example. But with you, that's just not going to work. It's not possible, okay? You guys aren't meant to come together and be in your ego. You're meant to come together and be in your heart space, okay? Communication. So communication is coming in after this period of solitude and alchemy, and you can feel it. Okay, and this communication is going to be so different from past communication between you and your masculine. I think it's really going to surprise you, Divine Feminine. I'm also noticing, you know, the knife on the cutting board here. And so that to me is symbolizing your masculine like severing certain people, places, or things from their life in order to usher in a new phase with you. So I do feel like your masculine is putting endings to specific relationships in order to sort of clean up their life and move towards you, okay? But yeah, the power dynamics were totally off, or the balance was completely off before. But now something shifted, okay? Something occurred between you and your masculine. And I do feel like whatever occurred, it was you standing in your power in some way, okay? Now, standing in your power doesn't mean that you were trying to dominate your masculine or control your masculine. It just means that you're standing in your heart space and your love for self, right? It's about knowing you are, you know, a limitless being with limitless potential, and you have standards, and you're not going to lower your standards for anyone, and you have expectations when it comes to a partner and all of that, right? So it's just about standing in your sovereignty, standing in your truth, and not swaying from that. And it's about operating from the heart space and not the ego. So that's standing in your power, okay? It's about forgiveness, compassion, self-love, self-respect, which comes first, okay? And then if somebody rises and meets all of your standards and expectations when it comes to a partner, you know, then they're allowed in, okay? So I don't know, something occurred between you and your masculine, and it was necessary. So you could have had a fight, an argument, a falling out. You could have set very clear, healthy boundaries. Maybe you stepped into your Queen or King of Swords energy here. Maybe you got fiery, passionate about something. And I really feel like your masculine was shocked. They weren't expecting it. And it maybe created a separation period here, or some silence. Maybe you both went your own separate ways for a bit. But it was crucial. That was crucial because your masculine needed to experience that energy from you in order to balance the scales, you guys. I'm really getting that. There was something where your masculine was too much in their ego, or they thought they were above you, or they thought they had one up on you, or something like that. And the universe is like, no, you can't think like that with a divine counterpart. That's not going to work, okay? So yeah, I feel like your masculine withdrew, and they've been thinking a lot, very deeply, about everything that went on, about who you are and what you stand for and what you bring to the table and how you operate and what it all means. And all of the pieces are clicking into place for this masculine. And I do feel like they're going to come back humbled. I just heard more agreeable. More agreeable, okay? So take that how it resonates. Maybe your masculine was even a little bit grumpy or something like that, okay? And now they're coming back with a changed attitude, more agreeable, more respectful, humbled, softer, gentle, but strong, okay? So I like it. I like this a lot. We have warning coming out. So I feel, Divine Feminine, that your masculine displayed maybe some red flags here. And I do feel like you had to create boundaries, okay? Speak your truth, speak up, speak out. And I feel like Spirit wants you to know you did the right thing, okay? We have wrath on the bottom. I think you got angry, or you were very passionate or fiery with something that you said because you saw something that you didn't like. Maybe even your masculine got mad at you, and that was a huge warning to you, and you did not like that. You didn't like the way it made you feel. Maybe they raised their voice, or maybe they didn't. Maybe they just said something out of anger, and it really hurt you, or it shocked you, or maybe it even slightly, you know, put you off. Like, whoa, do you have a temper? Do you have like anger issues? Like, that doesn't sit well with me. And so maybe you had to say something about that, right? And I feel like whatever happened, your masculine really has been doing a lot of healing and introspection around that. And they've been getting prepared, okay, for this next phase. I'm telling you. I feel like your intuition was warning you that the the dynamics were off. Something was off. The balance was off. It wasn't right, okay? Something within this connection energetically was not balanced. It wasn't sitting right with you. And so you took action, whatever that action was, and I do feel for most of you was creating distance. And because of that, you gave this masculine the time and space that they needed to figure it out, to realize where things were off balance, and then to come back correct. So again, you guys, this period of silence, solitude, and alchemy is all in preparation, right? Preparation for the next phase. And I'm telling you, it will be different, okay? It will be different. That's what I'm getting. And if it's not different, you know, you'll probably tell your masculine to go back and try again, you know? Like, nope. Nope, that's not it. Nope. But I do feel like your masculine is humbled or something. That's the best way I can put it. Like, you actually got them to do some self-reflection, to look at themselves and to look at certain behaviors that are actually really toxic or unhealthy. And I do feel like it's learned behavior from their parents. Okay, from this masculine's father in particular, okay? Temperance, beautiful confirmation. Temperance is about alchemy, patience, balance, peace, and harmony. So that's what Spirit was saying. This is a period of alchemy for your masculine. They're turning their pain into their power. They're learning about balance, peace, and harmony in relationships, and what that means and what that looks like and what that feels like, right? So again, there was something so off balance in this connection. Your higher self was alerting you to it. You took action, and now your masculine is also able to realize that, yeah, things were off balance and that's not right. Okay, so beautiful confirmation there. Yep, the devil. Okay, so they came in with some red flags, some toxicity here. Could be control, fear, ego, jealousy, anger issues. Whatever it was, okay, you were alerted to this lower frequency within your masculine, okay? And I do feel like the separation period has allowed your masculine to look at this, to look at what they're chained to look at certain patterns that they are chained to that no longer serve them. Because through your absence, they've realized how much they love you and they want you in their life, okay? So they don't want to lose you, and this is making them go within and be like, okay, well, what do I need to look at? What do I need to change? What failed here? What did I do? What failed here? What did I do? Right? That's what I'm getting. I also feel like there's some sort of toxic pattern that was passed down. And I do feel for most of you watching, your masculine had a father that was very controlling, dominating, or abusive. Okay? And maybe they learned some bad habits, bad behavior. Okay? The Queen of Swords. Wow, another great confirmation. Queen of Swords. This is it. Divine Feminine, you adopted this Queen of Swords energy. And I feel like you cut your masculine off, or you set very clear, healthy boundaries with them. You spoke your truth. It may have been harsh, blunt, but I really feel like this masculine needed it, okay? They needed to hear this. And I also feel like it shocked them because this is not your natural energy. Naturally, you're very soft, loving, compassionate. So for you to step into this energy and operate like that and cut your masculine off or be harsh, okay, or get angry or something like that, I think really threw your masculine, because they realized that they must have done something really bad to push you into that energy. you know, to elicit such a reaction. They must have done something that really triggered you, hurt you, scared you, or whatever it was, right? So, or maybe, you know, you were just feeling confused, or like you were bothered because your masculine wasn't showing up in a more balanced, respectful energy towards you. Whatever the situation was here, you guys, I do see that I think you showed this masculine the door. I mean, look at the way this crow is putting its wing out. It's almost like, there's the door. Okay, goodbye. Like, I'm not going to put up with this. You're welcome back, but you can't come back to me in this devil energy. Okay, you got to go get rid of this. This isn't going to work. Okay, we need to be operating from peace and harmony and respect. Okay, so yeah, you guys, you know your worth, you know your value. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. Okay, so this is a period of quiet, solitude, and alchemy. And I do feel like it's allowed things to come back into a state of balance, and you're going to notice a big shift moving forward. Okay. Honesty, truth, respect, a humbled energy, a softer energy. Yeah. Knight of Cups. This is the energy your masculine will be coming in with next. This Knight of Cups energy. Okay. Where they're humbled, soft, romantic, where they're going to put you first, make you feel seen, heard, wanted, desired, loved, cherished, nurtured, protected. Okay. They have really, really deep romantic feelings for you. And they're going to tell you how they feel. We have the Four of Swords on the bottom, which is a period of silence, right? It's like rest, contemplation, meditation, thinking about things. Okay, so this is absolutely confirmed. So I just heard your masculine's a changed man or a changed person, a changed woman, a changed human being here. There's no gender in tarot, but that's what I'm hearing. Like your love, your strength, your power has changed this masculine for the better, okay? By operating from your truth and your integrity, and by having morals and ethics and standards, okay, and standing in that, you've really helped this masculine to grow and emulate that in return. I just split the deck on the Star, like they've been healing, okay? So everything's going to be set right. Balance will be restored. Page of Wands, a message comes in from your masculine after this period of silence. 3 to 6 weeks is what I'm feeling, okay? But your intuition is going to be guiding you throughout this whole process. You already know, Divine Feminine. You're still very intuitive, okay? But yeah, you're going to see a side to your masculine that you've never seen before. So growing up, this masculine watched their parents, and it was very dysfunctional, you guys, okay? So this masculine is having to heal family wounds, family issues, and sort of learn how to operate in a healed relationship, okay? It's like you're teaching your masculine how they need to operate in order to be with someone like you, okay? Someone who's healed and high vibrational. We have attraction coming out. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So I feel like you're just off doing your own thing, living your best life, okay? And if your masculine comes back in the right energy, great. And if they don't, that's okay too. I feel like you're just coming from a detached space right now. Yes, you love your masculine. Yes, you're wishing the best for them. Yes, you're trying to keep the faith, and you hope that you guys can work things out, okay? But you're not hanging on, clinging on to an outcome here. I really am getting that you have surrendered this up, okay? You're open to this masculine, but they need to, yes, come correct, right? So very soon they will be coming in, okay? And I feel with forgiving and learning on below that, you know, this has been a huge learning period for the both of you, okay? Like you've been teaching your masculine, they've been learning from you, all of that. Nobody's ever put them in their place like you have or checked them like you have. Oop. And they really respect you, so it actually made an impact. Do you know what I mean? Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So your masculine will be making the effort. They are. They're already putting in the effort because they've actually stopped. They're doing the introspection. They're reflecting. They're thinking about things. They're taking a good hard look at themselves, you guys, which is, you know, positive. I think a card fell on the floor. Yep, it did. It's heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So this is what's coming in next. Your masculine has been preparing themselves to open up to you and tell you how they feel. Knight of Cups, okay? They know that you require honesty. Like, that is something that is just non-negotiable. Okay, in all areas. So I'm going to pull some signs to close out here, Divine Feminine, but this was the message. Hopefully it confirmed your intuition and clarified what you already know and sense to be true for you. Pisces, you or this masculine could be a Pisces, but you don't have to be. If the signs resonate with you, great. If they don't, that's okay too. It doesn't mean this is not your reading, okay? Capricorn, you or your masculine could be a Capricorn. Gemini, you or your masculine could be a Gemini. And we have Libra on the bottom. Pisces, Capricorn, and Gemini. So get ready for some important communication that's coming in, and you will immediately sense that your masculine has done a lot of work on themselves, okay? You will. So prepare for an emotional expression here, a love confession. All right, this is what I have for you. This is what Spirit has for you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I look forward to reconnecting with you in the next one. Take care.